Y'all just please stop changing stuff, YouTube. Just leave it. As my ex-husband used to say, just leave it. Okay. Hey, my day was good. Well, it's been interesting. It was it was still a good day. You got your poly gel, and it looked like I went to the shop. Come on, pumpkin. Come on. You see why Auntie don't see? Listen, I'm gonna do what everybody else do. I'm just not gonna pay what they pay. I refuse. I mean, but nothing to my nail test, cause baby, when I had it like that and I was around the life, oh yeah, I was gonna go get my nails done every 2 days. Every 2 or 3 days, I was in a nail shop. So I had my time, but Auntie is, I'm out of that time now. I need a more cost efficient way to look how I want to look. Ah, listen, listen, but make sure you watch your videos on sanitation and stuff, cause don't forget, uh, he did go to school, so I know the sanitation and different things that you have to do. So make sure if you're going to be doing that, because nail fungus is real and your stuff will fall off. So don't be leaving your stuff crazy. Make sure you're cleaning your utensils, storing them in a covered box, and all of that kind of stuff. Now you can do it at home, but you still got to follow the rules. Hey, everybody, I do use the polygel to do my nails. But I don't use the forms though, because I'm so used to free forming. That's why my stuff ain't always. But I can't get down with. I didn't try to use the forms, but they don't work. Hey, everybody over here, how y'all be? So listen, we are gonna have Bible study this evening. I want to read something with you all, and it is the Acts of Paul and Thecla. So I don't know where you have it. I don't know if you have it online. I don't know if you have it in a book. I don't know. Wherever your version of Paul and Thecla is, that's what we're going to be reading some of that this evening. Okay? And so, hey, I feel like I missed something over here. Just give me a second. Hold on, family. Hey, everybody. Miss Danielle, Miss Allen, J. Rod, Betty, Lucille, Miss Rowe. Who else we got over here? Queen of Color Cosmetics, is that you? I believe so. Hey, everybody. Y'all know who I ain't seen in a long time? Zarvis. Where the heck is Zarvis? I haven't seen Zarvis in months, I think. Has he been here? Have y'all seen him? Do I know it? Is Zarvis not a part of our family no more? I done offended him, maybe. I hope he's okay. That's somebody I'm like, wait a minute, I ain't seen Zarvis in a long time. Sorry if I offended you, bro. Look, ain't no telling. It might have been a wild, crazy evening. Who knows? I told you I put you. He said I got to put my earphones on. It might have just got to be too much. But Zarvis, we hope you're okay. I ain't seen Zarvis. I'm like, where is Zarvis? That's a name that kept coming to my mind for a minute. So I hope he's okay. Hey y'all. Hola, hola, hola. So, let me make sure my computer is even charged, because I didn't looked at it on my phone and then on my tablet. But yeah, I missed y'all a little bit, but I needed a break. I ain't even gonna lie. And then I had some things. I need y'all to pray for my cousin. Okay, her significant other passed away last evening, so I need y'all to pray for my cousin. Just send some love to our way to our cousin. Okay. Now, normally we praying. I need y'all to pray for our cousin on my side today. Okay. So thank you, because she needs all of the comfort. Okay. Yeah. So we got a cousin on my side that passed away, and I need y'all to pray for my cousin. Just send her some love. Ask God to comfort her heart. You know what I mean? And her little baby. Yeah. So yeah. Thank you. Because that's my cousin. Like, we learned to walk at the same time. We learned to potty at the same time. Like, she taught me, like, because my auntie kept both of us while our parents was at work, and we're like 4 months apart, something like that. And so we did everything. We potty trained together. We got our hair done the same. I didn't have much of it. She had a lot. And then, but my auntie would hook me up with some weave. You know what I'm saying? Have my little weave ponytails with the little bobs. That's why I said that ain't new. I was one of them babies. They was slicking and sliding, baby. Wasn't nothing there. But you pray for my cousin because she's really like my big sister. Yes, my auntie had us doing everything together. She was the first person that ever made me want French tip nails. We was like 13 or 14. Her nails have always grown very long. Thank you so much. Her nail, I'm trying something else because that whole retwisting, I don't want my stuff to get thin. So I had to find something else. So I basically got me some knotless braids in here, and I did not twist nothing. I just shampooed and conditioned it real good. Yes, honey. Yes, when we couldn't wear it, we went to an apostolic church, so it wasn't no fingernail color, nothing. No, with no makeup. You might get some chapstick, honey, and it better not be tinted. You might get some face powder just to keep the oil off, but it better not be no foundation, none of that. Who know about that? Drawn on eyebrows. The devil is a lie. We don't do that over here. Mm-hmm. They said Kojic, Deep South, back. Honey, she wears red lipstick. You stay on away from her. She's a hussy. She after somebody's husband. Mm-hmm. You stay right on away from her, and don't be seen with her by yourself, brother. She's not a trustworthy one. Look at her stockings. She wear them stockings with her toes out, like Oprah made. We don't do that in holiness. Your toes need to be covered in the sanctuary. Listen, listen, y'all. I was 12 years old in a skirt girdle, in a dress girdle. Y'all know the ones I'm talking about? You don't supposed to be moving all around in church. First of all, I'm 12. Y'all talking about sweating till you can't, and stockings, pantyhose, not stockings, pantyhose. What is you talking about? And I got this scarf. Oh Jesus, I'm about to. It's hot. That's why everybody keeps sneaking to the bathroom, opening up their clothes, fanning because we stuck in here like sardines, and y'all cheap. Y'all don't want to turn the air on. It's too warm. That is not the Holy Spirit, honey. That is body heat. That mist is the body heat coming off all the bodies in here. We over the limit. I know it. Open up the extra room. Open up the overflow room or something and let some air in here because none of these beautiful windows open. They so beautiful in color we can't even see out. If a nigga was trying to get in here, we'd just see a shadow. But can we please get some air on in here? The worst is when you travel to an old country church out in the middle of nowhere off a dirt road and they had a nerd to want to sing a song for 17 minutes and they got 12 songs. Then he want to get up here. Oh, Jesus. Oh, let me out of here. Then we got to travel 4.5 hours back home and get up for school. No, I don't want to do this stupid stuff. And we can't. So we done got in at 12:07. And me and we done been at church. We had church on the bus because the church mothers was praying us all the way there. Then the reverend in the back snoring a little loud. These bad kids keep kicking the back of this church bus seat. And again, it's hot because we traveling in the middle of the summer going to some kind of convocation down in a church because somebody friend. Look, I don't want to do this no more. I'm going over my friend house. No, I don't want to go to the council. That's fine. You don't want to go to the youth night? No. Nope. I don't want to go to youth night. I don't want to go. No. I don't want to be in the Bible bowl. No. I don't want to be in the youth choir. No. If I got to do any and all of that of traveling, no, I don't want to do it. I was like, by 13, 12, I was like, yeah, I'm over this. This is not my life here. I don't know whose life it is, but it ain't about to be mine. That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie though. I did absolutely love I did love doing that stuff, but as you get older, you realize you want to be able to travel and do that by yourself and not have to have, because them old folks that have you crazy as hell. Sister and brother, I've been in church my whole entire life and we don't do stuff like that over here, so God's spirit can't move nowhere in the place. Come on, yes. Don't nobody got time for that. My daddy was the choir director. I hated it. Sundays used to be, listen. My grandmother was the pastor, honey. And for about the first 5 years, she kept me while my parents was working. I know how it go. You got to be there for choir rehearsal. They going to be there from 5 to 9:30. You was probably already there to clean the church so that they could have Bible study or whatever they doing. They got ministers meeting in the back, so you got to run and get one. Honey, listen. I already know. Go open up the church for 5 a.m. prayer, which means you got to be there at 4:45 because there's people waiting, praying loudly in their cars. And then you about to come in here and be yelling and screaming at 5 o'clock in the morning. Why you just didn't pray at home in your closet? Wake your house up. Wake your house up. I might have wanted to come in here and pray solemnly to the Lord under my breath. And I am, hallelujah! Thank you, Jesus! Hallelujah! Man! I know you gave us ones, but do they gotta be screaming at 4:45 in the morning? I thought you said you was near to the dear and dear to the ones that got a contrite heart. Don't the contrite mean something like why? I'm just like, yeah, because my mama used to wake up praying. I think she still wake up praying all the way out throughout the whole house, waking everybody up like a loud symbol. Hmm. So sometimes you don't call for all that. You can pray in your spirit. Really? Mm. You talk about the people that always want to pray out loud and be heard and seen by people, huh? That's what I was thinking, but I didn't want to. Yeah, yeah, okay. All right, well, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to go ahead and teach class. Yeah, I love you. Thanks. I just want to check my sure. Yep. Have a great evening or day or eternity, I guess, because you don't really have time, do you? Yeah, okay. Have a great eternity. Uh-huh. I guess I can't say tomorrow either. I'll just talk to you again. Yeah. All right. Have a good evening. Well, have a good eternity. Because you can't say good night, good morning, good nothing, because he doesn't live in any of those. He's the light, and there is no time where he is. So what do you say? You can't say, well, I'm just say good eternity, because that's where he stay at. He don't stay in time. So I'm just saying good eternity, Father. That's morning, noon, night, and everything in between. Good eternity. How are you today? Well, how are you? I can't say today, so how would you even say that? This is a whole different conversation, ain't it? All right. Anyway, moving on. So here's, give me 1 second. Y'all, this how my, y'all, well, that's how I got to all of this, asking those kind of questions. Right. Have a good 1,000 days, right? Right. Right. No, years. Years. Because it's 1,000 years for one of his days. So, right. Okay. That works. Have a good 1,000 years. That's like have a good day to him, which is crazy. Because I didn't say it included the night. It just said one day. So is the night another 1,000 years? It said one day. It never said a night. Mm-hmm. And what? Oh. Mm-hmm. All right. So we are going to go to. There we go. Oh, come on and be charged. This is not what I need from you. I need you. Everybody needs to be in their place. What you looking at? Why you doing that, CJ? What's wrong? What you saying? Look, hold on. What is the mouse for? What happened? What happened? Wait a minute. Wait. Tone fell. Is he okay? Is he in the hospital or is he at home? It didn't say nothing about night. Because remember, he distinguished the night from the day. It just said one day. Okay. Well, I'll definitely be praying for him. Y'all know I pray for everybody every day for healing and all of that. So, okay. So we're at the fifth chapter. He was on live a while ago. Okay. It never said a night. Thank you so much. It never said a night. It just said 1,000 years is as one day. Okay. One day. One day. It never said a night. I want to tell y'all something else too before we start reading. We're not in a book. I'm actually on sacred text. But we're in Paul and Thecla, so whatever book you have Paul and Thecla in. Yeah. So listen, I want to show y'all something. Y'all remember we got this Bible the other day? I said, boy. Oh, I need my other two books. Darned it. Hold on. Because I don't want to get off track. I'm just going to show y'all something and then we'll come back to it here in a bit. Ooh-wee. I like smell good stuff. I like my house for every room to smell like something different. It makes me think of Willy Wonka. Do y'all know that? That's why it's a different smell in each. Like in the hallway right now, it's like a chocolate praline something. And then if you go in here, it's like a sweet, like probably like watermelon, like tea like smell. And then in my room, it's like a musk, kind of like woodsy, earthy smell. Yeah, I need to feel all of that. I need to feel like I'm outside. Yes. I want to show y'all this. I've been working on my show. Real quick. Tell me what they be telling us without telling us. What do they be telling us without telling us? Y'all see it? Y'all see it? Is this fuzzy? I don't know why I feel like that's fuzzy. All right, but look how big the tree is, and then look at the shoe. Now, what's funny is I got this coloring book, but if this page, I didn't see it until this morning, it's not me. Look, it's a Pisces symbol at the top. I didn't even see this till this morning, right? Look, it's a Pisces symbol at the top. And then this is the food store, right? There's art. I absolutely love being outside. Y'all know I like trees, right? And this is some type of sign or symbol, which I would be looking to decode. And y'all know I don't really care for the dark all that much. Then we get over here, and what is it? Oh, and y'all know I looked at this kind of like a shop. But it's food over here too. And some other stuff. I said, oh yeah, this is definitely my book. Is the tree dancing? No. The wind is blowing though. So I'm working on my shoes. Yes. Right? Because, stuff be crazy sometimes. So anyway, now, before we get to this, I want to show y'all something. Okay, gotta make sure all my stuff is together. This is what I've been doing too. So I ain't just been on here chilling. I did do my nails, I did my hair, I did my toes, but I also been in my books. And you know what I didn't find in here? Who wants to guess what I did not find in here? Thank you so much. Who wants to know what this is the Bible that we got, the 1611, right? Who wants to know what Circa did not find in here? And all these pages, guess what ain't in here? See who get it. I'm just trying to see. I'm going to give y'all about 30 more seconds. I'm going to see. And then I'm going to give it to y'all. It's in there. Okay. All right. Y'all want to know what's not in here? Until the seventh generation, the names of the mothers, the names of the daughters are not in here. The daughters of Adam and Eve for the first 7 generations are not named. Everybody else goes into detail. And then it does not list Adam and Eve's other kids. Oh, another one almost bit the dust. Okay. So this is the genealogies of Adam and Eve, right? Supposedly. This is the 1611 first edition reproduction of a King James Bible. Dad, why is all this stuff? Look. Adam, Eve, Cain, Abel, Seth. You don't see no daughters. But we know in the Jubilees that in order for these other people to come, that other people had to be born, right? Look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, this is technically 6, but this would be 6 generations. And then in between here is when the Watchers showed up. So they paint this big old thing of the garden to distract you from what's not there. Do y'all see that? Who's read Jubilees? Thank you. Who's read Jubilees? Who's read Genesis? Now listen. I believe it's Genesis 4. I could be wrong. Please, if it's Genesis 4 or Genesis 5, go look and tell me what it say about Adam when he got ready to die. Please. Because we getting ready to get to this. But let me see if it's I think it's Genesis 5 or 4. I don't know which one. Ah, okay. Right there. Chapter 5, verse 5, it says, what is this? It says, Seth's name is according to his own fathers. Years 1, called his image, 800 or 100 years. This is reading like weird. So let me see this right here. But basically, what I want is this part. It says, and all the days that Adam lived were 900, right? And 30 years. Hold on. Wait a minute, because is that not even in here? Wow, wait. Hmm. Hmm. So it's in Genesis, but for whatever reason, I'm gonna have to sit and look at that. That's crazy. Cause it don't read like. Oh, it just say, and he fathered sons and daughters. So in this one in the Hebrew, it says, and he fathered sons and daughters. It doesn't say that he had other children, but it says he fathered sons and daughters. And in Genesis, it reads a little bit different. It says something. He died and he had other sons and daughters, which is saying it, but it don't read like that. Yeah. Right. So in here it says, and he fathered sons and daughters. Okay, so why don't we get their names in in this Holy King James Version Bible? 5 and 5, right? What I was saying is in that interlinear Bible, it reads differently. So it says the same thing, but it reads differently. It just says, and he fathered sons and daughters. That's it. It don't say other or whatever, right? And y'all look, I got on here and then waste my tea. It's okay. Well, because those are the women that slept with the giants. I mean, slept with the angels. Some of those women, now I'm going to tell you. So look, and this ain't what we studying today, but I just want to show y'all what I've been working on. So look, in the Jubilees in book 2, on page 63, on page 61, 62, and 63, I've been doing the Jubilees, right? So It was between 450 and 550 years from when Adam came out of the garden that the fallen angels came to start teaching. So they just wasn't there. The watchers wasn't just there right away. They didn't come until 450 or between they came between 450 and 550 years after Adam had been out of the garden already. This is what I've been breaking down on here. Y'all see it? I'm doing the numbers because I'm like, wait a minute. Okay. So even though the watchers didn't get with the women until the sixth or seventh generation, it was really like the sixth generation going into the seventh generation that they started intermingling with the women, right? But they was on the earth at 450 years to five. So basically like 100 years, these watchers, they came down in the 400s, not right away. After men had started to multiply a lot more, they were the judges. Remember, I told y'all the people used to go up to the top of the mountain and meet with the angels, the whatever you want to call them, the holy ones, the people that people go up into Japan, up in the hills and see right now in Buddhist temples and whatnot. Those guys. Okay. So they were that. But then they started to come down the mountain and intermingle with the women, right? Now look, it was 400. So between 450 and 500 years, they was. I mean, in between that time period, that 100 years, they was the judges or whatever. The next like century, they started sleeping with the women. The next century, they started sleeping with the women because right here on this page 62 in the Jubilees, it says, and in the 11th Jubilee, Jared took for himself a wife, and her name was Baraka, the daughter of Rasuel, the daughter of his father's brother. Now listen here. This is where it gets tricky. And I know this had to be God pointing this out to me because I just know it had to, because it's getting back to this whole, once God stripped them of their angelic name, they just became like regular people, right? So one of the things that I noticed that when they're describing certain people, they say the brother, the daughter of his brother's father, right? And I'm thinking what that is it's these angels, because when you look at the names, it's the names that resemble the angels in Enoch 6. Barakiel, and then a race of giants came out of them. I told y'all I was gonna find it. God, he kept putting it. I'm like, wait a minute, because if in the seventh generation they was walking around looking like regular men, okay, these angels, they look like regular men, and then once they laid with the women, God took he disowned them, so they were like regular humans, even though they still had special abilities. They were just banned from being able to just go back and forth in heaven like they want to. No, you wanted earthly things, so you're going to be down there with it. Okay? So he had to integrate them into the families because they went into the Canaanite women. They went into the Hebrew line. They went into and that's why they won't list those women. One, because it's the sisters, but two, because they're the women that went and got with the angels and created these races of giants. But also some of those fathers, the angelic fathers, are listed in this book as regular people. Because where did the giants come from then? God did not say in Genesis 6 that the sons of God went into the daughters of men and created giants for nothing. So then they're going to be listed in this bloodline somewhere. It's a reason that they didn't list those names of those mamas. Because when you get the looking as one, is the name, I told y'all, birthplace of civilization. That's the name of Adam and Eve's first daughter. And then the other one, Azura. And then these brothers and sisters that are not names. But we know maybe the reason that his other 63 children are not named is because they became those other nations. Because it wasn't until Jacob that God called Israel a people. Till he called them to himself. So it's all those people that populated the earth, and God said, well, through all of them, I think the first one I'm going to call my son is Jacob. No, I think they're not listed because it makes sense. Then they can sell whatever narrative they want. That's why these books are banned. The Jubilees tells us that there was other. They tell us the names of the daughters and which brother they married. They banned that. People need to know that. You see what I'm saying? People need to know this. Because even in this King James 1611, it skips. And then really it don't even tell you until right before Noah, the daughters or the women. Nobody other than Eve. But Jubilees has it. Jubal and Jabal. Y'all know who Jubal and Jabal are? Can y'all go look up Jubal and Jabal? Jubilees. Jabal Library over in Egypt or over in Ethiopia or over in that other era. Who's Jubal and Jabal, and why do we have a book called the Jubilees? Now, Jubilees means 50. But there's somebody in the Bible with a brother, Jubal and Jabal, or Jebal. And this is one of the places where one of the greatest libraries was at. So, I'm going to go over into the restroom. I'm going to let y'all look that up. And see, to study that, you're going to need Enoch. You're going to need Jasher. You're going to need the Jubilees. You're going to need Genesis, First Kings. Oh, yes. You're going to need all of those books. And then you're going to go and you're going to want to look up all the races of the giants. Because what blew my mind, I'm going to tell you something. And I didn't catch it until probably the last time we looked at it, is in my giant. I told y'all in my giant book, it named all the zoom-ins and all of that. But how about, I didn't see that until recently. But I did a Bible study on that just from reading Genesis and seeing the Nephilim. Well, who was the Nephilim? And then I looked at the giants and I started Googling, and it led me to all of those other races, all the ites. Except, well, I can't even not say the Israelites, because he said, I took you out of the clans. You was the one that they left to die. And I made you the strongest out of all the clans. This is in the Bible. The clans of who? The clans of people or the clans of giants? Like Clash of the Titans clans. Like Monstrous Beings clans. Clash. You know? Like what? And then I'm going to tell you something. I was looking in the Jubilees again, and if you look at the right page, it talks about that God made the sea monsters first. Now, what's mind-blowing to me, when you read that in the Jubilees, it never says anything living in the water died. It said everything that flew in the air and creeped on earth. Go look at it. I was looking at it last night and this morning. In the Jubilees on page 56 talks about it. Page 56. And I said, well, wait a minute. In the flood, you never said that anything in the water died. And you made the sea monsters first. All the creeping things in the earth, in the water, was made first. Then the land animals. Even the birds flew out of the water. They were created in the water. And that's funny because birds are in a liquid solution like us. Most things that are born in a sack with water around it. So it's actually kind of great. Well, you know how amazing he is when he does stuff. Even mollusk and all of these different fish and whatnot have a liquid in between them and the shell, them and the whatever. And if that dries out, then something happens. It's crazy. Hmm. So I just pay attention to that. God never said anything in the water was destroyed. He said everything that creeps on earth and on the earth and flew. Never anything that swam in the ocean. Now I'm sure there were, but hey, it's pretty interesting. So when y'all get time, just go through the jubilees with a fine tooth comb and have your Jasher if you have it online, your Enoch, and so Jasher, Enoch, Jubilees, and Genesis, and then First Kings if you can. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm getting ready to run to the restroom real quick. Just get your paper, pens, and pencils and stuff because we got to do our real study. But I want to drop them jewels on y'all. Because once I saw that when I was trying to go through this lineage again, I'm like, they will not list these women nowhere. But I need y'all to look up Jubal and J-Ball and find out who their mama was. Jubal and J-Ball. I'll be right back. That smells so good. It smells like chocolate brownies. If you've ever had that lotion. It's one of my favorite lotions from Victoria's Secret or with that Bath and Body. That chocolate brownie, I guess they rename it every year. One year it was chocolate fudge cocoa or something. Oh my goodness. Love walking around smelling like a chocolate brownie. I'm in Chicago and the ATM said cardless. What? Are you on the what side? Do you mind me knowing what side of Chicago you were on when you saw this? You tried the olive soap and it's good. Mine didn't work out. I think I didn't cook it long enough. My whipping skills ain't there just yet. I'm gonna learn though. I'm gonna put it back on the heat. Put a little now. I'm supposed to talk like that, sir. Gotta learn to whip this soap up. City downtown. Wow. Don't talk like that. I be having flashbacks, y'all. I be having flashbacks of the being in the place with the people. Like, well, what is you doing in here? Mm? So, can I tell y'all something? I want to tell y'all I've been struggling with an issue for the last couple of days, and I want to tell y'all about it real quick. So, one of my babies reached out to me and told me that my ex-husband has wanted to talk to me, and this month makes 2 years that the divorce had been filed. Okay, so last month was the month we separated. It had been 2 years, and then uh, this month makes 2 years that I filed my divorce, and then of course it was final. So I want to tell y'all something. This is the thing. As your friend, as your spouse, as your whatever role it is that I play in your life, right? I am always going to give 150%. I tell y'all this all the time. I'm always going to give 150% because if I decide to walk away from the friendship, from the relationship, from the job, whatever it is, it won't be because you ran me out of nothing. It's going to be because there's nothing else to be done to make this situation work. I did all the Rubik's Cube stuff in, trying to shave stuff down. And I am a person I know how to communicate. So the moment that you do something that I don't like, y'all been knowing me for almost a year, some of y'all a year, over a year now. I don't have no problem telling you stop doing that or you're going to have to get away from me. Okay? So understand, if I say to you, I don't want to talk to you anymore, I don't wish you any bad, but I literally don't even want to hear your voice, that is because your words have no weight to me. That's why I don't want to talk to you. It's not that you're a horrible person. It's because none of the stuff that you say carries any weight. So then it's a waste of time to listen to you. Because you only going to be speaking in the moment until you get what you want. This very person last year, right before I went viral, I did a test. He was texting me, talking about he wanted me to move all the way back to where I moved from, restart my life, so we could start over. And I wasn't even think about it, but I'm going to listen because I want to see what you want 12 months later, because I told y'all 12 is my thing. God, I always tell people, especially when they mistreated me, check with me in 12 months to see if you still feel like that. You're doing all this now, but check with me in 12 months and see if you still feeling everything that you're speaking and doing right now. I guarantee you won't. I guarantee you, whatever it is, you're going to eat these words. And that ain't being cocky. That's you're sowing in hurt into a person that's not trying to hurt you. You're sowing confusion or whatever, deceit and whatever into a person that ain't doing that back to you. So I already know within the year, It's going to be some crazy stuff popping off in your life because I didn't do nothing to hurt you. And the Bible says when a person continually does you wrong and you ain't doing none of them, they heap hot coals on their own head. You burning yourself, being ugly, being nasty, lying, being deceitful. You're burning you. I'm not, you ain't cut off when he had his family issues. He had lost some family members. I was there, hey, how you doing? But not even 6 months later, you calling me and I said, hey, let me get $20. Mind you, I had just blew my knee out. I was going through some things. I said, hey, let me get $20. You want to call my phone at 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning? This is my ex-husband now. Let me call, hey, let me hold $20. I just want to see if you're still in the same mindset. You talking about you see where you went wrong and all this old stuff. He gonna tell me, oh no, we not friends like that. Run it back. So you expect me to uproot my life? God has blessed me tremendously since you have been out of my life, and you expect me to come back to you, move. So who gonna pay for the move? Y'all was in the tub. I ain't even gonna lie to you. He talking, I'm laying in the tub, chilling. Uh-huh. Okay. And so then you feel okay. Uh-huh. Let me tell you something. Everything that you just said lets me know that you have not changed. We were friends for 2 years before we were married. And there were things that you did that I should have picked up on then, but I didn't. Then you did all of those things while we were married to me as your wife. If you ever in a million years think that I would ever put myself back in a situation to be with a person that the only thing that they see is what they want and they don't care who they hurt to get it, you crazy in your damn head. And I gave to you when you had nothing. When I didn't even have anything, I made sure you were straight. Helped you get jobs, good jobs. Helped you get the stability that you had never had in your life. Taught you so many things. And I just wanted to see if me being in your life is about exactly what you said it was when I got married to you. The thing that this man used to say to me all the time, and it still blows my mind, is receive a prophet's blessing. And his life was tremendously blessed the entire time that we were married. Pay went up a good almost $25 during the time that we were married. Had never made that money in his life. Stocks, bonds, all of it. There are people that will stay attached to you because they realize that when they around you, their life is blessed, but they don't care nothing about you. They don't care about your feelings. They don't care about your emotions. They don't care about your well-being. They only want to siphon what God has put in you. And you have got to be wise enough to understand, hell no. Wish you would. Wish you might. You should have listened when I was around. I don't got no words for you, sir. I don't wish nothing bad on you. Leave me the hell alone. Go talk to the people that you was talking to, and I'm not being funny. You need to go talk to the council that you was talking to when you couldn't hear my words, because I told you, you gonna want to hear me talk to you. And I'm not gonna have nothing to say. God is not going to make me talk to you, because when I talk to you, you didn't want to listen. I got journal entry after journal entry for almost 1,880 days, honey. Matter of fact, I got it longer than that because you was my friend and I used to journal about how you were as my friend. This is something I do. You around me, I'm going to write down your actions. So that when I get ready to walk away, I know, oh, I'm not tripping because every year around the same time you do the same thing, or every time we go out, you do the same thing, you pull the same stunt. So I'm not crazy. No, I'm getting you out of my life because I'm not going on no cyclone with you, not one. Not a family member, not a friend, not a kid, not a man, not a nobody. And when you learn how God treats you, you'll stop dealing with people that just to be around somebody. Oh, hell no. I'm not even going to be able to do it. I feel bad for you because you're older or whatever and you still haven't learned life, but that don't have nothing to do with me. I'm going to grow, and I'm going to grow from every single situation, no matter how dramatic or chaotic. I'm going to be that flower in the concrete jungle. Do you hear me? I'm going to grow up in places that you never thought I was going to grow in. I am going to come through. And the reason that is because God is going before me. He pushing everything and everybody in every situation. He been knocking down giants and dragons. I don't got to fight my battles. I'm going to treat you right. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. I'm not perfect, but I'm going to go back and ask God for forgiveness. I'm going to come to you and I'm going to ask God to help me so the next time this pop off, I don't act the same. And you so busy being you that you don't realize that I'm changing. I don't even, and it ain't no just ignoring you. I just don't care. Because God is doing something with my heart and he's making me feel sorry for you because you think you're doing something and don't know you hurting yourself. You cutting yourself out of a blessing. You're cutting yourself out of people that love you. You are cutting yourself out of people that was going to be there for you no matter what because you worried about what it looked like instead of what it really is. Baby, listen, I will stay single till the day I die before I deal with a superficial man again. Do you understand? If you worried about what everybody else think and our home is not your most important thing, you can't even get my time. If you're not honest about what you are and what you do and how you do it, you can't get my time. My time is valuable. And that's why I would rather spend it in here with my books and with everything else I have than to allow you to waste it. You don't love your own life, so there's no way you can love mine. You don't love being you, so you always gonna tear me down. Because I love me for real, genuinely. Not the loving the person I want people to think. Nah, nigga, whether this hair is nappy, whether these teeth is in my mouth or not, skinny, thick, no nails, no hair, whatever, I'm going to be me. And if you don't like it, go away from me. I'm not changing for nobody. God made me this way, and it took me a long time to be okay with it. But what I'm not going to do is waste my time. Family members, friends, I do not care who it is. My friends will tell y'all, once I start seeing people be on BS, baby, I slowly remove myself and I quit calling, I quit answering. I'll be busy. Let me call you back. I'm giving you 3 minutes, and then you just don't hear from me. Because I'm not going to be arguing with you. You calling me, you telling me problems. You don't want to change it. I'm not about to keep listening to this. You crazy? You wasting my time. I could be doing something else. Do you want to change the situation or not? Oh, you always get aggressive. Oh, okay, well then that's the thing. You want me to keep listening to this BS and I ain't got time to do it. I could be filling up my mind with something else and this ain't it. If you want to keep going against what God is telling you, then you're going to keep on having these pitfalls. When you ready to really go through something and you want to learn and just not complain because God ain't letting you have your way, come holler at me. Other than that, don't ring my phone. And people know it. When you call me, you really ready to move on to some new stuff. Because other than that, I'll look at the phone and won't even answer it. I'm telling you. I don't have time. Ain't nobody going to patty cake you through nothing. Grow the hell up. That's spiritually, physically, emotionally, all of that. Don't nobody got to deal with your outburst and you not wanting to grow. So you think we going to deal with that? It's a turn off. Women and men. The fact that when you don't get your way, you act a plumb fool, it is a turn off. That don't make you look sadiddy. It makes you look like you didn't get whooped. And nobody ever taught you real life. You live in a fairy tale world. No, you're not gonna ruin my life because you don't choose to grow. Stop letting people be weeds in your life. They gonna choke out everything you try to do. And yes, this includes family members, friends, people at your job, whatever it is. Yes, there are people. God did not say he was gonna have to separate the wheat from the tares. That mean they look the same and they grow up the same, but it ain't till stuff starts shaking, baby, that you know what's what. And the shaft blow in the wind. The wheat, it's heavy, it's solid, so it's gonna stay on that thing. But everything else, and honey, it's with these people, it's swirling over there, it's up here in the air, then it's down low, then it gets swooped up. I don't want no chaff around me. You ain't got no weight, baby. Folks come around and whatever it is, baby, you jump on it. Oh yeah, I do that too. Oh yeah, I'm doing this too. Oh me. Oh yeah. Oh damn. You can't stand 10 toes down on nothing. You whoever you with. Let's call you Camille. Uh-huh. For chameleon. You gonna change with whatever folks you with, baby. You ain't solid in nothing but flipping and changing. Crazy. Mm-mm. I don't want no parts of it. Shaky. Double, what did it say? A double minded man is unstable in all his ways. That's a real thing. Shapeshifter, exactly. They doing it, you doing it. They doing it over here, you doing it. You been doing it. Oh, right. Never heard you say nothing about that a day in your life, and I've been knowing you for 7 years. And all of a sudden, you been on that. Right. Right, right, right. Okay. Sure. Mm-mm. I got time for that stupid stuff. Okay. So I need y'all to go to the 5th chapter of Fallen Thecla, please. And thank you. Thank you. I don't fool with wishy-washy folks. I absolutely do not. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all what be burning people up about me is they be like, I really don't. I have a I don't care attitude, like a nonchalant attitude. Oh, I'm done with the Jubilee. No, I dropped my seeds. It's time for you to go look. Uh-uh. Mr. Keith, I dropped my seeds. I gave them to you. Now it's time for you to go looking. That's not what the lesson was about. I told y'all this is. I just want to drop this to y'all, but that ain't what the lesson is about. I'm done with it. That's some seeds for this. Yeah. I do want to say this though. From now on, when you're reading the KJV, can y'all do me a favor for the next couple weeks, or try to anyway? Look for what's not there when you read the KJV. I realize that's what this study is about. It's not about what's there, it's about what's not there. And people ask me, how did I get on the journey? I believe that's exactly what it was. Wait a minute, this is missing something. Thank you so much. So, in this next month or two, as you're reading, look for what's not there, not what is. Because I'm telling you, when I open up this 1611, and again, the daughters are not listed there. I said, well, why do y'all keep trying to hide these? Y'all done painted this beautiful picture and all this, drew and drawn it out. But where the daughters at? And then it starts. Pretty cool. Okay. Right. But now when you go and you read Genesis, look for what's not there. When you go and read Kings, like basically the beginning of the Bible. I'm not saying that there's not stuff at the end, but the first 5, 6, 7 books, I need you to look for what's not there. Excuse me. Good job. What y'all got over here? So we're going to Paul and Thecla, please. The fifth chapter. So it says, at length, Thecla was missed and sought for by the family and by Thamyris in every street as though she had been lost. But one of the porter's fellow servants told them that she had gone out in the nighttime. Then they examined the porter, and he told them that she was gone to the prison to the strange man. They went therefore according to his direction, and there found her. And when they came out, they got a mob together and went and told the governor all that happened. Why do these church people or these folks always got to go get a mob for one or two people? Hmm? Why they always got to go get a mob? The priest went and got a mob. Everybody, they always got to go get a crowd. Hmm. All right. I just be wanting y'all to pay attention to that. Okay. Um, all right. It says, upon which he ordered Paul to be brought before his judgment seat. Thecla, in the meantime, lay wallowing on the ground in prison, in that same place where Paul had sat to teach her. Upon which the governor also ordered her to be brought before his judgment seat, which summons she received with joy and went. And when Paul was brought there, basically, the mob, with more vehemence, cried out, "He is a magician, let him die." So when they took Paul in front of the governor, they called him a magician, a sorcerer. Because this girl didn't want to get married and she wanted to learn about God and whatever, she wanted to study the word and she wanted to be in God's face, and she didn't care about the money, she didn't care about this marriage, she didn't care about nothing. She just wanted to know more about this God that Paul was talking about, right? She didn't care. She didn't care about none of the stuff her mama was talking about or nothing. She didn't care about none of it. Right. And why do they always believe what the mob say? Ain't that crazy? Right. It says, nevertheless, the governor attended with pleasure upon Paul's discourses of the holy works of Christ. So the governor liked to hear Paul talk about Christ. So not only did Thecla, but the governor liked to hear what he had to say about Jesus. Okay? The governor. Maybe. I don't know. So look, it says, nevertheless, the governor attended with pleasure upon Paul's discourses of the holy works of Christ. And after a council called, he summoned Thecla and said to her, why do you not, according to the law of the Iconians, marry the Marius? And she stood still with her eyes fixed upon Paul, and finding she made no reply, Theoclia, I'm sorry, her mother cried out, saying, let the unjust creature be burnt. Let her be burnt in the midst of the theater for refusing Thymaris, that all women may learn from her to avoid such practices. Her own mama wanted her burned because she didn't want to marry the rich dude that her mama wanted her to marry. So her mama told the governor, throw this heifer in the fire, because she wanted to be rich, and this Thymaris was rich. Right, you gonna burn your daughter for some money and prestige? Yeah, her mama. These mamas was something else in the Bible. That's don't know why y'all be wondering. It be so much drama, honey. It is better than Frankie and Keisha. Keisha and Frankie. It's better than that. It's better than China and Tokyo. Ain't her mama named Tokyo? Yeah. It's better than that. The drama in this Bible, honey. It is better than that. These mamas, honey, it's better than the. But we already know. Old girl and her daughters is in there. Kiki, do you love me? Yeah, they in there. We already know she was married to old boy that had John the Baptist head cut off. That's her. She that type of mama. Old Chris. Old Chris. Old Chris is. Girl, you go in there and you shake it up for him real, real good. Now you get him. He's gonna give you half his kingdom, and when he does, you ask for John the Baptist head on a plate. Like, okay, mom. Like, are you serious? Like, let's do it. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna put everything in the place. He'll be ready. Don't worry about it. Did you see Kim? She got a new butt job. What do you think about it? Well, it doesn't really matter to me because I'm not supposed to be worried about it because I'm her stepfather. But I think you should go look at her boobs. What? We're going to have a party tonight and she's going to perform and she's going to be a belly dancer. What the? That's kind of how it happened in real life. Except for it wasn't the stepfather, it was Ray J. Amen. Moving on. All right. Okay, we're moving on just a little bit. Circuit don't say such things. Moving on. Okay. Um. The governor. All right, here we go. So it said, let the unjust creature be burnt. Let her be burnt in the midst of the theater for refusing Thymaris, that all the women may learn from her and to avoid such practices. Then the governor was exceedingly concerned and ordered Paul to be whipped out the city and Thecla to be burned. They beat him out the city. Is y'all getting this? From wherever he was at, they beat him. So think about where you live in your city to the outskirts of the next, to the county line or whatever of the next city. And it wasn't no highways and byways like it is now. How much is you willing to suffer for Christ? He just got out of jail. He came into the city, taught, everybody loved him, and before a few days was over, he's in jail and then beat out of the city. She about to get burned up. And her own mama is the one that put her up to be burned. And y'all wonder why I said I will not be following a mama, a cousin, a daughter, a son into no sin and go against God, because they will turn on you. And the Bible shows us that all the time. So you didn't put your soul on the line for a person that could potentially turn around and say, kill him. There ain't no family of mine. No. I'm not going to do that. No. Because it's her own mama that's mad because she wants her daughter to marry this man that's rich. To the point where she will see her own child killed for fame and fortune. Damn, that sounds like something that's going on right now with the stars. Nah. Because she was trying to stay in good with the family. I wouldn't be surprised if she wasn't the type of mama that'd try to marry him for herself. Honey, listen. All right. So it says, we at 10. So the governor arose and went immediately into the theater, and all the people went forth to see the dismal sight. But Thecla, just as a lamb in the wilderness looks every way to see his shepherd, looked around for Paul. And as she was looking upon the multitude, she saw the Lord Jesus in the likeness of Paul. Y'all get that? Y'all pick that up? Paul just got beat out the city. Paul was not there. But God knew in order for her to have faith, she needed to see Paul in the crowd. So Jesus morphed himself, shape shifted into Paul so she could see Paul and still believe in Jesus. Come on, y'all. Y'all didn't catch that? Paul had just got beat out the city. So Jesus showed up as Paul. It say it right there. It says, but Thecla, just as a lamb is in the wilderness, looks every way to see his shepherd, looked around for Paul. And as she was looking upon the multitude, she saw the Lord Jesus in the likeness of Paul and said to herself, Paul is come to see me in my distress. And Jesus shape-shifted into Paul so she could believe, because she knew, where is this story in Paul and Thecla? You can go online and read it right now. I'll be right back. No, not in the likeness of Jesus. No. Jesus came in the likeness of Paul, not Paul in the likeness of Jesus. She said, I need to see Paul. Why they about to burn me alive? Because Paul is the person that told her she hadn't met Jesus yet. Paul just got to the city with Onesiphorus. And he was standing on Onesiphorus' house. He had just took a flight from Antioch. It says that Jesus showed up looking like Paul because that's who she needed to see, to have faith. It didn't say Paul in the likeness of Jesus. It says she saw our Lord Jesus Christ in the likeness of Paul because she said, if I can see Paul in this crowd, I'm going to be okay. It's in the lost books of the Bible. Okay, so it's in the lost books of the Bible. Y'all know I got it in several books, so I don't know. No, she was not looking at Jesus. She was no. Okay, are you listening to me? Paul was beat out of the city. She said she needed to see Paul to be okay. And so Jesus showed up as Paul, not Paul as Jesus. No, Jesus shape shifted into Paul so she could see him in the crowd. It says she was looking on our Lord thinking it was Paul. She said, if I can see Paul, I'm going to be okay. So for her to have faith, God changed himself into Paul and was sitting right there in the crowd. And when she looked up, she saw Paul, but it wasn't Paul, it was Jesus. But Jesus was not walking with them. Paul and Demas and Hermogenes. Yeah. Remember, he was with the two hypocrites and they got mad because the dude didn't address them as Christians or followers of Christ. And they said, we about that life. He said, well, I don't think so. But nevertheless, y'all not about that life, but y'all can come too. And then they got right to his house and went across the street and was being messy and got some people riled up. Exactly why Onesiphorus had the Holy Ghost. He was like, boy, I don't feel the Holy Ghost nowhere here. But whatever. And then they start acting just like the devil's kids. Someone mischief, went, got drunk at the dude's house, ran their mouth, told all his business, and got this man riled up with the mama against Paul and Thecla. So yeah. That's powerful though, ain't it? Ain't that crazy? Jesus showed up as Paul. Juicy. Whose toes was wiggling when you read that? Or did you just not read? You read it too fast, didn't you? You read it too fast. While I'm in the restroom, go back up to the top of this. Go back up. While I'm in the restroom, scroll up to chapter 1 and look at the first part of that about Iconium real quick. And then go tell me where Iconium is. Can y'all do that for me? Can y'all tell me where Iconium is? Oh, yeah. Who plans on making butter? Is there anybody that plans on making butter? Has anybody made butter yet? Mm. Y'all, I done gained about 30 pounds in this year. It's crazy. Okay, so I want to show y'all something real quick. Y'all remember that we used to see these at our great grandma's house on the table? It says Lyconia, not Iconia. So they didn't change the name of it. Like lichens, and that's funny because I just watched Underworld yesterday. A butterbill. Exactly. Okay. So you can, if for those of you that don't know, and they got these for $16 on Amazon. I put it in our disaster preparedness thing because if there's no refrigeration and God blesses us to come up on some cream, we can make some butter, right? Well, this will keep your butter good without refrigeration. You put water in here, and I saw something last night that said if you add a little bit of vinegar to the water that you put in here, it'll keep it from going sour too. And this can be on the counter, and you don't have to worry about your butter souring or melting or going bad. You pack it real good. Make sure all the air bubbles is out, and it can sit on your table. You just have to, they said change the water every day or every 2 days so that, you know, the stale water, but they said also put vinegar in it and it'll keep it too. So, 16 bucks. You ain't got to worry about, I mean, and they have some that are cheaper. They got some that are more expensive. It's your budget. Y'all know if $10, it'd be like my limit for stuff. I don't got it. But get used to using it now. Learn how to use it now. So that way, when there's no refrigeration, everybody in your house knows how to use it. You know, because you might be running some type of processing thing then. You turning the butter, you packing it in the thing. If you got a larger family, I think they have bigger ones. I don't know for sure. This is about 4 ounces of butter. I think it's 4.5 ounces. This is 4.5 ounces of butter packed in here. So, I don't know exactly what it's. Somebody said a butter bell, but I don't know exactly what it's called, y'all. Look up butter bell. Google that Amazon, and maybe it'll come up. Just butter container, butter saver, butter. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know exactly know what it's called. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Butter container. I don't know, but this will keep your butter. This is how they used to keep butter good when there was no refrigeration. And then the cool thing is you can take it out and you just put it right on the table, and this is flat, right? So you don't got to touch on the inside of that and get it all dirty. And it comes with a little butter knife, and you just take it off the top. It comes with a cute little butter knife that you could lay maybe in between, get you a little tray or something and have it there. And you just, it's called a butterbell crock. Okay. Well, there you go. A butterbell crock. So you can make your real butter at home. Add salt, no salt, honey. I don't know about making honey butter. I would probably just leave it. But, you know, just regular butter, and you can keep your butter out on the counter. I'm sure you can do it with store-bought butter, too. If you're not making your own butter yet, try it with your store-bought butter. Not margarine, butter. Okay? So that's there for that. This is a part of our disaster preparedness. Y'all know we add a little piece at a time because we don't got a lot of money. So we get it when we can. We add $10, $15, $20 here, $30 there, and our stuff add up. But this is a reason. I mean, this will be a good thing Because I'm wanting to know if we can rehydrate our powdered cream. Right. But I'm saying, I'm wondering if we can use our powdered cream that we have to shake it up and make butter even still. It might not be the same consistency, but we do have our powdered cream. And if we add water over time, it should get the looking, and then maybe we can shake it up and yeah, right, right. So we got our powdered cream. We can make butter as long as we got water. And we have a place to keep it. You know what I mean? So, and we also have powdered butter. We do, but we want to save that. So we're going to get us some cream so we can make some fresh butter sometimes. You know? Fresh. Fresh. Right. So that's in the $16. You can get them. That's about a McDonald's meal, ain't it? Or a Raising Cane's meal. That's $16. A hamburger can cost $16. One hamburger, no fries, no extra bacon or nothing, just the meat and the bread almost, depending on where you're going. You get a little bit of lettuce and one slice of tomato for $15. So for $15, you can you can Five Guys. See, I don't even know, but there you go. See, so for $16, the same as one burger. Wilted lettuce at that. Come on, Joy. That part. Um, yeah. They just added the COVID shot to the required children's vaccines, even though they already know it don't work. I said I had to hold on to my dehydrated food with the strong grip and not touching those babies. Yeah, there's a burger at my job that costs $7.99. Oh, okay. Well, I'm still saying. Hmm? So with that, let's keep going. Yeah, I'm just saying it's a better spent $16. If y'all notice, I don't spend a lot of money on stuff, and the things that I buy are gonna have high value shortly. You know what I thought about? Did we talk about the polar vortex and the extreme weather changes and climate changes before or after the earthquake? Was that before the earthquake? It was before the earthquake that we talked about the extreme weather changes, wasn't it? It was before. Okay. I thought it was before. Remember, they said the closer that we get to the 17th, there's a lot going on in the stratospheric realm or whatever. You remember? And then we had this crazy. Okay. Okay. So I just be wanting y'all to see that God be letting us know this stuff is coming. You know what I'm saying? We just have to have our eyes open so that we can understand. They said that that's when the climate, the stratosphere is going to warm or something. And that's when we're supposed to get a whole bunch of snow or something like that. You can look it up. Now, if you look up stratospheric changes, and then the Arctic blast thing or whatever, the Arctic vortex or whatever that thing is called, look up 17th Arctic vortex and then stratospheric warming or something, and it should all come up. Yeah, and they said so we saw like all of North America, like the whole North America, like all of this region is supposed to like everything above the equator or whatever, like whatever is supposed to get like crazy snow, crazy rain, like freezing cold and all extreme temperatures. It's coming this Wednesday and Thursday. That's what it said. They already talking about some extreme weather coming Wednesday and Thursday. It's been in the 50s in Michigan. Here in Missouri. So then, Yes, for sure. In Texas, the news is saying it. Ooh! Look at that. We knew like a week or two ago. Like, oh my God, I absolutely love my dad. Like, he's always making me look at stuff, and it's like really cool. So, is Iconium in Turkey, or is it in like Rome in that area? Or is it almost 70 here in West Tennessee? Okay. So, Iconium is in Turkey. Really? So all of this was happening right where the around the area where all of this stuff is being torn up. Who remember me telling y'all that uh, Abraham, them, all of them, Moses, Paul, and all of them, they was in Turkey a lot. Y'all remember when Kim K went over there, her and Kanye, I think right before she had North or after she had North, and she had all that stuff on, and they was walking through there, and they had all them black disciples in there. Did y'all see that episode when the disciples was black in Turkey on some of the paintings and pictures and whatnot? Turkey is a very holy place. A lot of God's people that were living on those lands. Did y'all know? It was an old one. When she went to Turkey and she got baptized. Armenian people are from Turkey. She's Armenian, isn't she? Yeah. She got baptized and going through there and yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She's Armenian. Yeah. Okay, so let's get down through here because I want us to see some other important stuff that I think you all will enjoy. Let's get popping. All right, so the mama done served her up on a platter, skanky heifer. Theoclia was a skanky heifer. She was a skank. Skanky heifer. How you gonna throw your daughter up because you want to be rich? So you throw your daughter up to be burned at the stake. Skanky heifer. Yes, I said it. She's a skanky heifer. Skank. Some stinky here. I think it's Theoclia. Dirty. Here's my daughter say, they dirty, mom. That's dirty. Anyway, but Jesus came to the rescue. It says, and we at 12. And as she was looking upon the multitude, she saw the Lord Jesus in the likeness of Paul and said to herself, Paul is come to see me in my distressed circumstances. And she fixed her eyes upon him, but he instantly ascended up to heaven while she looked on him. So as soon as she saw Paul, well, who she thought was Paul, that was really Jesus, God ascended up to heaven instantly. Ain't that crazy? They leave this stuff out. They leave it out. Oh. Then the young men and women brought wood and straw for the burning of Thecla, who being brought naked to the stake extorted tears from the governor, with surprise beholding the greatness of her beauty. So she was so pretty naked, the governor saw her cry. He said, God damn. Ooh, I'm doing the wrong thing here. Did you see it? Look at that. I don't think I made the right decision. Oh, is there any way? Come here. I can see it. Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Yep, I can see him. Wait a minute. I need. Ah. Ah. Yeah, we'll do this one. He's sitting there on this little king chair because they in the Coliseum now. So he's sitting there like this. He got this. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Dang it. I need my thing. Give me a second. It's in here. Mm. Yeah, I already know. Where's my staff at? We gon' we gonna use this one. He got his cord out there. He looking down on the car. Got his folks feeding him and stuff. You know what I'm saying? He's sitting there. He's like, God, damn, wait a minute, hold on now. Hold on, hey, come here. So what is we burning her for? Where the mama at? Bring her up here real quick. Hold on, y'all. Just hold on, hold. Uh, why is we burning her again? Cause god dang, I think I might need her in my stable. I think I need not. Uh, you see him? Wait a minute, let me. Yeah, I don't know about this one. I don't too much know about this one right here. Uh, right, she might be of some use somewhere else in the. I see why I thought Mary's mad. This why this nigga was running up here talking about she his fiance. He mad at my mother. Yeah, well, goddamn, and see, and he ain't get the set back yet. Well, wait a minute. Ha ha! He said she was so pretty in that birthday suit. It brought him to 10 years to start reconsidering. Well, wait a minute. Well, maybe I should hold up now. Look at her. She probably didn't even do nothing. She cried. Look at her. How we know they ain't lying on her? Like, he didn't start reasoning in his heart. Like, I got to figure something out in here because I don't know if I'm. You just shouldn't burn nobody that look like that. This don't make no sense. I can just see it. I could see who's sitting on that rock. Like, wait a minute. We might be making a wrong decision. He said she brought him to tears when he seen her. He was about to burn her tail up. The mama. Listen. See this when I read the Bible. This is, I mean, because if they regular humans, why would he be crying when he seen a naked? Hmm. Y'all be reading the Bible like they be reading the Songs of Solomon, like it ain't freaky tales, the tales they tell so well. Y'all can't see the Bible like that either, huh? Cause he shows sound like Too Short or Genuine or uh DJ uh dun, 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 ah. Hey, hey, wait, yeah, that's what he sound like. When I that's what the Testament is all. I mean the y'all don't hear that when y'all read that? DJ Luke Nasty. That's who he sound like in Solomon. In the Songs of Solomon sound like DJ Luke Nasty. Y'all ain't read that? See, y'all don't read it. Y'all didn't read it. These are the tales. The tales. So that's what that is. It's a real thing. This because it's right there, bro. Ain't it? Y'all ain't read it. Y'all have not read the Songs of Solomon. That's why. You ain't read it. What was he thinking about? He was singing a ludicrous song. The kind that used to be on BET Uncut. That kind. This music ain't do. It's a bit of rap. Go read it for yourself. That's I know how they preach it like that. I'll be like, what? And be looking around at everybody else like, y'all, do y'all know what this is? You ain't read about the pimps in the Bible. We just talked about one. The young lady that got John the Baptist, she was a madam. It was more madams than pimps in the Bible. The witches, they used to use the women to lure the men and poison them and stuff. But the men was a part of it. Because it was probably something that a man, she probably wanted a certain man, and then, so then they got together because she wanted a position and he wanted a position, so they put sunshine on, like in Harlem Nights. Caught him with his trousers down. You don't, you didn't see none of that in the Bible. Can I ask you a question? Who sent Delilah? I ain't coming home. He picked up the wife and said, I ain't coming home. I can't go back to that. Who sent Delilah? Huh? Y'all know the Samson story? Who sent her? Thank you so much. The Philistines. And the Philistines were giants. So why would the Philistines send a woman after Samson? Because they couldn't whoop him on the battlefield. So they had to use the only weakness men have, their phallus. She had bomb back shots, probably. That's all I can think of because something's going on. Because he didn't get to talking until he laid on that pillow with her. Right? Or no? The same reason the cop said he wasn't going home to his wife is the same reason that Delilah was able to get the information out of out of Samson that nobody had been able to get. The other races of giants did not understand where his strength was because they couldn't whoop him. So they sicked the woman on him. And at first, he had control. He was playing with her mind. Remember? He said, "Oh, if you pour water on me before," or whatever and she would get mad and storm out. But he was playing with fire. Because what was mind games for him ended up costing him his life and his sight and his strength. You can be playing with the person that plans on taking your life. And because it's fun to you, but you don't know they're not playing. Because she had a driving force behind her that literally wanted to take his strength. His strength was everything that he had. She had to be a giant, didn't she? The Philistines were giants. And Samson was a mighty warrior, and we know that the mighty warriors of that time, the Bible tells us they were the mighty men of renown, and they had supernatural bloodline. And his hair was in his strength was in his hair. That's supernatural, right? Long as you don't cut your hair, you'll be the strongest person around. Right. Now think about this. He was not allowed to drink any wine, right? He was not allowed to drink wine or cut his hair, right? No alcohol, no nothing. He couldn't drink nothing. Evil spirits back then were called the Al-Ghul or Al-Ghul, which means flesh-eating spirit, right? And his strength or man-eating spirit, his strength was his body. That was his strength. His body was his everything. So if you put something in it for him, if he were to put something in his body that could control him, then whatever spirit got into his body, Ra's al Ghul. That's the name of one of the angels in the Jubilees. Raziel. Razuel. Razagul. I don't, who is that? Oh my God. Rasuayal. That's the name I was looking at in Jubilees. That's the freaking name I was just looking at in Jubilees. What the heck? It's a different verb. Rasuel, or however you say that. Is this backwards? You see that? I literally just highlighted that either last night or this morning when I was studying this. And this is one of the people that I think is an angel. I think one of these people is an angel because they started marrying each other to stay in these families, right? But Barakiel in Genesis is he's one of the fathers that end up being a father of a race of giants, and he's in here. And it says they married him to the daughter of his brother. So maybe the angels only married their daughters to other giants at first to keep their clans pure, not mixing with the other races. This is the clash of the titans. But if they made an ally, then they might marry their daughter or son to one of the other clans. Right? It makes sense why the bloodline thing started being so, the intermarrying after there was enough people, because think about it, the royal families in Egypt only married family. Other royal families, and we know at that time that all of the giants' children were kings and queens, and they were also deified as the gods of Persians and Egyptians and the Hindus, but they were real people, but they were supernatural people. Mm. I'm telling y'all, the names I've been studying, I've been looking at when they came into play. And the birth of Enoch, 550 years, is when these angels came and began polluting in this same 500. That's what I was going to tell y'all. In that 550-year range is when they start sleeping, or when they had already polluted themselves. So that's how I know that these names in this beginning and then what the end of this whole paragraph is stating, they got something to do with something. Okay. It's crazy, y'all. Please break down it when you get in the Jubilees and Jasher and Genesis, because them angels is in there. They in there, and they are in there as regular people. But we know the races that came out of them, that they wasn't regular people. Either they wasn't regular or the daughters had been whatever. But anyway, let's get down through here because we've been on here an hour and 20 minutes. All right, here we go. Or 120, no, 2 hours, excuse me. 2 hours and 1 minute. All right. So Ari, because I want to get to this certain part. Okay. So then the young men and women brought wood and straw for the burning of Thecla, who being brought naked to the stake extorted tears from the governor with surprise beholding the greatness of her beauty. And when they had placed the wood in order, the people commanded her to go upon it, which she did, first making the sign of the cross. Then the people set fire to the pile. Though the flame was exceedingly large, it did not touch her. For God took compassion on her and caused a great eruption from the earth beneath, and a cloud from above to pour down great quantities of rain and hail, insomuch that by the rupture of the earth very many were in great danger, and some were killed. The fire was extinguished, and Thecla preserved. Now think about this. Did y'all get that? So she said, if I could just see Paul, I know I'm going to be okay. Jesus came down and showed himself as Paul, but as soon as she seen him as Paul, she saw him ascend into heaven. They put the logs under her. She was up there naked, just like Jesus was, up there just bearing all. But she got to see Paul's face, so she had faith. That little bit is, if I could just see his face, I know I'm going to be okay, or you with me, or you going to, whatever, God, I know you here. Boom. Jesus goes up, and the rain comes down. Not only the rain, God, I told y'all about God. This is why when y'all be trying to say he's the sweet God, I'll be just thinking where, because he's forever opening up the ground and having it swallow some people up. Every time I turn around, these crowds, just like the people that talk crazy to him was kill him, kill him. Yeah, a lot of them died in the earthquake that happened when Jesus ascended or descended. A lot of them people that was on that mountain died. Now they depicted in the Passion of Christ one way, but a lot of them people died. I think it was over 3,000 people that died right there. Well, it just happened again right here with Paul and Thecla when God let the rain come down, wash out the flames, wet the wood up so it couldn't be set on fire, and then he let the ground open up and swallow up some of these people that was getting ready to kill this girl because she loved God. What if every earthquake is God saving someone? It very well could be, because he don't change. God come see about his baby. One person, he's snatching everybody. That's why I told y'all better quit messing with folks and being crazy. You don't know how important somebody is to God. That one person that you don't think is nothing could be everything in the sight of the Lord, baby. You better be careful. You better be careful. I'm telling you what I know. I didn't see it happen in my life. I used to be like, ooh. Matter of fact, I'm still being like, ooh. I don't go messing with folks. Leave me alone. Please. I ain't trying to do nothing but learn this word and get it in and get closer to God. I want to see some stuff. No, I haven't. Right. So here we go. We moving on now. Chapter 6. It says, in the meantime, Paul, together with Onesiphorus, his wife and children, was keeping fast in a certain cave, which was in the road from Iconium to Daphne. So God let her see Paul, even though Paul had just got beat out of the city and was hiding in one of the caves in Turkey. Then he let the rain come down and the earthquake happened. So folks are scared. They not trying to kill her because they believed in the old gods and the new. Back then, the gods have spoken. They hurry up and let her down. Hi. Right? So It says, and when they had fasted for several days, the children said to Paul, Father, we are hungry and have not wherewithal to buy bread. So we ain't got no money for no bread. For Onesiphorus had left all his substance to follow Paul with his family. Now remember, Onesiphorus means profit bringer, money bringer. That's what the name Onesiphorus means. It means profit bringer, this kind. But he left. He was a rich man. He left everything when they was chasing Paul out the city. It's like Bill Gates saying, well, I'm taking what I can take and forget all these mansions and everything. I don't care. Hey, I'm about to follow God. So at this house and this mansion and all the everything in it, we took our little bags of money and that's it. That's where we're going with. Okay? Because they believed in it. Okay? So look right here, y'all. Y'all see this keys to the plate? The key to the plate of hell. Or the key to the plate of hell. Y'all see that? Take my glasses off. Can y'all see it? We have to read it. Entrance to the confines of hell, Charon in his bark, the Minotaur roaring at the approach of condemned souls. A Minotaur, you caught that? Souls agitated by the impure breath of evil spirits. So what if you had to smell spoiled rotten eggs all day? Because sulfur and eggs smell the same. And it says when a demon is around, you smell sulfur. So just think of somebody eating as many eggs and farting and burping in your face. Regurgitated egg dust. Every time they in your face, you just smell egg fart. Because sulfur and eggs smell the same. And they say whenever a demon is around, you can smell rotten eggs. Rotten eggs or whatever, and sulfur smell the same. Or, processed things through the body. It's real. Okay. The Cerberus devouring the souls of gourmands. What is a Cerberus? Funny because there's a. What's a Cerberus? Cerberus. The three-headed dog. Hmm? This. That. The same thing that was in Harry Potter. Mm. So there's a minotaur there. There's evil spirits with rotten breath. There's three-headed dogs there. It says the avaricious and prodigal condemned to carry burdens, the envious and angry cast into the sticks, the tower and wall of the evil city, In this ditch are those who have sinned against their neighbors, and centaurs shoot arrows at them. Mm. You think about how tall a horse's back is, you can think about how big these things are. All right. So there's minotaurs there. Centaurs, three-headed dogs, those who have sinned against themselves are here tormented by harpies. Really? Are y'all getting a pattern with this extinction book? Anybody? Have y'all noticed that this plate to the keys of hell, pretty much everything that's in this animal extinct book is in the keys to the plate of hell? It's only the Sphinx, Oceanus, Atlantis, satyrs, minotaurs, Ganesha, chimeras, Canis Hades, a hellhound, a Hades Canis. How did I not see that? Oh! It literally says hellhound right there in Greek. How did I miss that? It literally say hellhound right there. Y'all, really? That's crazy. So the Minotaur is in here. The Cerberus is in here. The Centaurs are in here. The Harpies are in here. Let's see what else. All right. So it says, the tower and wall of the evil city. In this ditch are those who have sinned against their neighbors. Centaurs shoot arrows at them. 10. Those who have sinned against themselves are tormented by harpies. The harpy is in here. Rain of fire for those who have sinned against God. Soul of the tyrant Geryon cast into the flames. Debauchees and corrupters of youth flogged by devils. Poisonous gulf into which the flatterers are plunged. So people that get what they want by flattery, you're going to be plunged into a poisonous gulf like a river. We're in Paul and Thecla. Hmm. Lake of fire in the cauldrons into which simoniacs are cast. So sorcerers and diviners, their faces are going to be turned backwards. Which one of the mythological gods had two faces? Wasn't one of them a ram and one of them a human face or something? That's crazy. So sorcerers and diviners, Janice. Okay. Yeah. Is that Janice and Jambries? It never described what Janice and Jambries look like in the. Oh my. What the? Y'all! Janice and Jambries are the two magicians that went against Moses in a time when giants and magicians and all of that was running on the earth. And at a time when they was mixing the animals, the miscegenation was, oh, because the angels, children was dog people and snake people and bird people and cat people. And we have people that have one body and two heads, and they both have different names. Now, not saying that they were, but he did die very quickly after his brother. The first brother died, the mama died, and then the other brother died. His soul came back, but they have two different souls. They two different people. They just share a body. Conjoined twins are two different people. They have two different souls. They're not like the same person. They be having two different attitudes, two different interests, to everything. Now I don't know how long one conjoined twin can last once the other one has passed. That's gonna be crazy, y'all. See how these words be? Anyway. Mm-hmm. So moving on. That's why I say it says a bog of boiling pitch for cheats, thieves, and deceivers. What's pitch? Anybody know what pitch is? Tar. So people that do sorcery and divination, their faces are gonna be turned backwards. So they'll be like walking. What is that condition called? There's people that are born that way. What is that condition called? When like their legs and their body is turned backwards, but their head is turned the other way. And on the roof today, that's why they call it. Yeah, yeah. What is that condition called, y'all? But it's real people born like that, where their legs like it's like their body is turned around backwards. Sometimes it's their legs, sometimes it's their whole hips. Inverted. Not contortionist. No, 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 no. They're born like this. It says will die shortly if they have the same blood supply, but if they don't. It was his head. I just seen a black dude that's living right now. His legs are turned around backwards. His legs are turned around backwards right now. There's a guy that's on TikTok or he has a website or something, but his legs are turned around backwards. A regular, I think it's called congenial and anthropogenosis. Anthropogenosis. Or arthropogenosis. Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up. Situs invernus. So there's a couple different names or maybe a couple different versions of it, but this already exists. So it's so funny that not funny, but it's crazy that all ooh, I'm about to okay, just give me a second. Okay, let's go real quick because oh man. All right, here we go. Those who have sinned against themselves are tormented by harpies. Rain of fire for those who have sinned against God. So the tyrant Geryon cast into the flames, the Bakis, and corrupters of youth flogged by devils. Poisonous gulf into which flatterers are plunged. Lake of fire into the cauldrons into which simoniacs are cast. Sorcerers and diviners, their faces turned backwards. Boiling bog of boiling pitch for cheats, thieves, and deceivers. Hypocrites crucified, perfidious advisors plunged into a flaming ditch. For scandalous persons, one holds his head in his hand like a headless horseman. Robbers and other criminals tormented by a centaur armed with serpents. Alchemists and quacks a prey to leprosy. A well of ice for traitors and the ungrateful. Pluto in the midst of a glacier devouring the damned, and the holy city of Jerusalem. Wow. It's called Noonan syndrome. Well, they got a whole bunch of different ones. Okay. Look at y'all looking up all of y'all stuff and stuff. Now, who remembers that some of the giants were jailed under the rocks, under the earth, in the earth? In Hades. It didn't say hell, it said Hades. Some of their children were centaurs. Because think about this. It says everything that creeped on the earth. It didn't say that the stuff that lived in the earth was killed. It didn't say that the stuff in the water was killed. It said everything that walked on the earth. Now we know a lot of the giants lived on the earth, but some of them lived in the earth. It didn't say none of the sea animals was. I'm sure the ones that got washed up on high mountains and stuff died, but it didn't say all the fish and the animals in the sea died either. It said everything that was creeping and flying around at that time that was on top of the earth. It did not say nothing about under or in. And as we can see in China, Japan, and all these places where these sinkholes is open up, it's whole ecosystems under us with trees as taller than the trees that we have out here. Fully functioning ecosystems with trees and fruit trees and animals and with no sun. And there's giants down there and mystical beings and warlocks and stuff that we have been told don't exist. But then when you think about it, God said he jailed them under the earth's crust. A lot of these beings, their children, some of them was left here to be spirits, the ones that died. But then he said that all of these beings and things are going to come back at the end time to help destroy the earth. That's what he said. So the giants, the beings, the beasts, and then look where they at. These are going to be some of the people that have been called to be COs, I guess, or maybe God already had his own or whatever. I don't know how this is working, but they're in it. They're in the torture place. All of the beings that we read about that are mythical beings are in hell on hell's plates. Harpies, the three-headed dogs, the Minotaur, the Centaur, all of this in that book, the Resurrection book. The, the skeleton armies. I'll be right back. That's crazy. It be right in our face. This book is literally called The Resurrectionist. And God said at the end times, these things would be resurrected. The mountains, people were going to go to the mountain and say, follow me. And the mountain was going to get up and walk away. And now we see mud flood giants, whole bodies laid down, massive alligators, massive. Oh my freaking gosh. The resurrection, which means to bring something back to life that hasn't been alive. God said he put them sleep under the earth's crust until the end times when they would come back alive just like us and be, oh my goodness. Clash of the Titans. I told y'all the earthquakes, the floods. I said it's some beings coming out that's been hidden under the crust. And now the crust is opening up, and we finding out that this whole system's under there that's been nourishing things that we didn't even know existed. I'll be right back. I'm gonna just leave that with y'all. Now y'all see why they don't want us reading the lost books, because everything that they told us that wasn't real was right there in ancient Mesopotamia and is listed in Paul and Thecla. But then I can go right here to my mythology books and all of those things are there, and they said they in hell too. So they was here back in the day, back in early ancient Mesopotamia, early Rome. Then something happened, the flood, and then a lot of them went either in hiding or were killed or made into stone giants, the mountains. A stone giant is a mountain. I'm just about to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Sorry, y'all. I don't know what I'm just. All right, y'all. So, y'all got some looking to do. You can't look at the mountains the same. You ain't gonna be able to look at nothing the same. This is better than school as a child. I don't miss class now. Oh, thank you, Pumpkin. Thank you, Big Sis. It makes me excited. So, bilateral tibia, are rare congenital deformity of backward legs. And we know for a fact that there were giants' children that had backwards legs. Excuse me. I live at the bottom of a mountain in Utah. And I was imagining the forest. You live in Utah? I might have to come. How many black people in your town, Christian? Before I come visit out there, because I've been trying to get to Utah for a minute. I actually want to be in Utah. Let me ask you a question. How many black people out there? Tell me before I be trying to make a trip. No, I said how many. You said yeah. I didn't say is it. I said how many. Because I think I did the numbers on Utah. And it's like, I'm sure I did the numbers on Utah before to see how many black people live there. It's a lot of black families. Okay. Because I know it ain't even a million of us out there in Utah. 5 to every 15. Okay. All right. I just want to make sure because I want to see Utah. I want to see Utah, but I want to make sure I'm going to come back. Townsend, Tennessee for glamping. Okay. I'll look into it. What was I going to say? Y'all know what I thought about too? Yeah. Well, amen, girl. Let folks do what they gonna do. Um, you know what I thought about? The wars that Israel was fighting when it says they drove them out of the land. Y'all listen. Thank you so much. Thank you. Y'all listening to me? So Eric, remember I told you because the beings and the monsters that they was fighting, the wars that Israel was fighting was against these beings that these giants and these fallen angels were creating. Okay? And it says they drove them out of the land. Now, whenever we look, a lot of the mystical beings lived right. Remember I showed y'all. Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to find it. Okay. Okay, so look. No. Look up here. I want to make sure I'm showing you. Okay. Right above Algeria is Rome and Spain and all of that. Right above Libya, right above Egypt, right above Saudi Arabia is Europe. Do you see this? Rome is right above Libya. Barcelona right above Algeria, Madrid. Can y'all see that? So if they drove them out of the land to the water, and we see that it's always talking about the monsters was in that area in Europe. We know that they was over there too, but they was fighting these wars. And they were maritime people. But when we go look up where these beings was living in this like Iconium, they call it Lyconium, like lichens. We know it was dog people in Egypt. We know it was bird people. We know it was fish people in that area because they went into the reptiles. They went into the animals of the field. They went into the birds of the air. So it makes sense that when they drove some of these races of giants out and they went over to Iconium and all of these places, it was just north of where they was at. They always talk about the enemies of the north coming. North of Algeria, Libya, Egypt, Saudi Arabia is Rome, France, Bulgaria, Romania, Hungary, just north. So it makes sense because Israel is right there. Look. Israel's in this little bitty piece right here. There go the Red Sea right there, in between my fingers. Do y'all see that? So Europe is right above. All they had to do was come down right here. The monsters. Here go Israel in this little bitty piece. This is Israel. And this is what everybody be fighting over. This part right here, y'all. This little bitty plot of land. Do you see that? Libya had all of this. Algeria, Africa, all Chad, and everybody is fighting over this little part right here. This. They had all of this up there, all of this down here, all of this on the either side, and they want that little bitty plot of land. Because God blessed that and called it the Holy Land. Out of all the earth. Okay? But as you can see, it would have been nothing for the Israelites and whoever else, the Egyptians, to run whatever monsters or whatever right up here to Europe. And this is why I was telling y'all the first Russians, all Europeans came right up from Africa. All they did was go north. And it always talked about the kings of the north. Coming down, coming around, sailing around, coming through this area. It's still Africa. Do you see that continent? It don't say the Middle East on there. It say Africa. All of Africa, honey. Algeria, Libya, all of that. There we go. That's all the African continent, period. Because if you look at where it is, it don't disconnect nowhere. It's all right there. It's all connected. So, but now y'all understand why I told y'all the first Romans, the Etruscans, and all of that. When God said they went spread out, all they had to do was go up to go to Rome. They don't call us Moors anymore. It don't mean that we ain't. They call us niggas. Because they didn't know, amen, how to say Niger. They don't call us Moors anymore. They call us black. It don't matter if you change the name of it. It ain't disconnected from Africa. So, it's okay. So many different kinds of dragons, cereal monsters, aquatic monsters, terrestrial. Yeah. It's just them mixing all of the different, and then going into them, they made giant people when they went into regular sized women. So when they went into these animals, they made dinosaur literally means giant lizard. Giant lizard, which means there had to be a regular sized lizard before that. And then there were giant people, and there were giant lizards. A harpy is a giant bird. So if a giant went into a bald eagle, grown, fully grown, and if it goes into a regular 5, 6, 7 foot woman, and it can make something 450 feet tall, how do you think the bird gonna turn out? How you think the lizard is gonna turn out? If they go into a cow and a bull, you seen Percy Jackson, you seen how big that Minotaur was? Look about the size of Zeus, didn't he? Or Poseidon, when Poseidon came up out that water, that Minotaur and Poseidon looked about the same size, didn't they? He was shaking whole trees and crushing cars and throwing cars, like it said that Joshua, Jacob's son, threw that bear. A rocks toss. And it went tumbling several thousand feet. No, there was regular sized people and regular sized lizards, and then the giants went into these things and created another race. Because there were 7 generations of humans, and there were no giants born out of those. There was regular lizards. Wasn't no giants born out of those either. The giants didn't show up until the 7th generation. Nothing mutated. Something else had to get in there. And that's why we have genetic disorders, because the genome was tampered with. The human genome as a whole. Like the creatures in Hellboy that are really alive under a Harvard University somewhere. Under the guise of the government. When they be doing all these experiments that we can't go by, when they was working with Hitler trying to resurrect the dead and stuff. So much necromancy goes on in medicine, we don't even know about it anyway. Yeah. So I'm out. I'm about to go find me something to eat and chill out. I hope y'all found some stuff to go look at. Because I've been doing my little research. I got my other book. Is it in my... Where I put it? I've been reading my other new book. What the heck? Oh, it's right there. I got some stuff in my Golden Dawn I've been looking at. But I'm going to wait until I get all the way through here. Not all the way, but I was looking at some stuff that was real interesting. Y'all, I'm marking it up, making my numbers and stuff. I saw cherubs spelled a different way too. Y'all know that? I saw cherubs. Remember I told y'all they be playing with that CK, CH, and CK? Hey, y'all hear me? We started at 5. I don't know where we finished, but you can just read from 5. I saw cherub spelled with a K. Carib. K-E-R. Same way, just what is it? K-E-R. K-E-R-U-B. Instead of cherub, and y'all know they play with that C-H-Q-U. They play with that. No. Why would I hold it up if you already know what it's called? Just go look up Resurrection. If you know what it's called, then you can go look up the book. Why would I do that? I don't think sometimes y'all be thinking about what y'all be asking. Y'all be knowing the name of the book and no, go look it up. Then you can hold it up. I love you. Thank you. So I'm getting ready to go read some other stuff. And I love y'all, and I'll probably see y'all in the morning. Okay, so y'all got some stuff to go study this evening. Amari, because you already know. Good night, y'all. Y'all got some stuff. Y'all got some stuff. Now y'all see why they be wanting to do that anti-foreign magic, though, because they be trying to shapeshift. When they do the whole astral projection thing, they be trying to do what Jesus and his angels be on. Did y'all pick that up? So the shape-shifting demons are still copying Jesus. Y'all got that? The native Indians in Trinidad and Tobago were called the Caribs. The Caribbean. Oh, Lord, G. G, you can't do that to me when I'm about to get off. Oh, God. my notebook. Oh my God. Oh, where is my book? So much freaking magical stuff goes on in the Caribbean. All the freaking magical stuff goes on there. The voodoo, the hoodoo, the santeria, all of that. The palamambe. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Well, I guess I'm not leaving just yet. Thank you. Oh my. Mm-hmm. So you said the Caribs. Why is this? Okay. The Caribs. The Islanders. Okay. Of where you said? Trinidad and where else? The Caribs and the Arawaks. Oh yeah, I just studied about the Arawaks. What's the name? The Ewoks. The Arawaks are the Ewoks, aren't they? Yep, they are. Yep. Yeah, because they were like an Indian like tribe. OM freaking. Okay. So Caribs, Caribs, and then cherub, but also the Caribs, Ker. Make sure I'm spelling this right. Kerubs. And guess what it says? They talking about the sphinxes and the pyramids in this book. What I'm reading right now, when they listed that, it's talking about the sphinxes and the cherubs, and but not they. It's cherub. Well, we know they both had wings. And in here it says that the sphinx talked, kind of like a never ending story. Didn't the sphinx and never ending story talk too? It was alive. Those two sphinxes that were in the thing where he had to run through there and go through there, didn't they talk? Or they was alive because they could shoot fire out of there, couldn't they? If you look, those are the same two things that are in the city of Perseus in Egypt. If you go look at the gates of Perseus, pretty much looks like that. And wasn't it a whole bunch of sand or something right there? Y'all remember in Job, in the Testament of Job, that the big old statue, he was probably around in Egypt, around that area, and the idol was talking, deceiving the people. Remember, because that's why he went and knocked the idol down. The stone figure would talk and open its eyes and everything. In the Testament of Job, they're on the Ark of the Covenant too. Yep, and it was a dry, wasted land. Yep, they always, for the most part, had them move or come alive, which reminded me of something that depicts in Sark. Ain't that crazy? Good evening. Ooh. So when they mix with the reptiles, and they say I don't believe it, and I'm gonna show you why you should. Hopefully it's in one of these. I don't know exactly which one it's in. I'm getting ready to look really quickly. Don't fall down. Come on, Dad. I think it's in my other book. Mm-hmm. Mm. It's in one of these things. Oh, wait a minute. Well, y'all know the people I'm looking for, the snake people. I don't know which one of my books it's in. We got the hippopotamus people. I was looking for the snake dude. I can't find the exact picture I'm looking for. But anyway, y'all know who I'm talking about. Oh boy. Oh, wait a minute. Look at that. Tell me they ain't been telling us the giants. Look at his hair. There's some fine brothers right now. They got that zoo with that little thing right there. Honey. Oh, there go one. Thank you, Dad. Do you see that's a whole snake face with some locks? It's a blue person, a snake face, a green person, a bird person, a super dark person. Now I'm sure they threw this in there somewhere because that don't even fit. But amen. See how they kind of broke it up? That just don't even seem right. But amen. Y'all see this snake face person right there with the red thing on her? That don't even fit. Y'all cannot. Come on now. Unless that's like a test tube thing. Mr. 2022, what, why are you over here? I'm live, little baby. What's going on? For what? Like groceries or like BS food? You said $7? Oh, I thought you said 70. I was about to say, ain't no buy. Right. I was wait. $70 for wait. Girl, please. No. I do not. What you need the money for? What do you need it for? So there go the snake face right there. There go your reptilians right there. You see them? There go your bird people, your Seckle syndrome, and that's so funny that they just tried to throw that in there. That is hilarious. There go your snake lady right there. Or a man. I believe that's a woman because of the way the. So that would be a Medusa because that's a woman. She got on a woman's clothes. That would be a Medusa, right? A snake face person. Benny Benin. Yeah, I seen that. Benny Hassan's Field Armory. Benny Hassan. Oh, Benin is okay. Look at there go G Ball too. G Ball and J Ball. I told you. They be changing them little letters, A, E, and all of that. Just like we didn't just found. I just didn't even think about Caribbean, cherub. Didn't know they called them the Caribs, but who remembers me telling y'all that hot tea or hatai or whatever that is has been changed to Haiti? When I had went to see where all the lines had went, and I said, y'all know y'all don't believe it, but everything is pretty much this is where they folks went. Now we finding out that some of the cherubs or Caribs, they children ended up because we know that there was people there before Christopher Columbus and them went there. It was people there. They kept the name. And the Caribbeans has the most magical things. They can raise they do all of that. So they changed it to Carib. In our Bible, it's Cherubs, but they used to call them Kerubs. Carib, cherub, carib. A caribou. That's crazy. Caribbean. Y'all, I keep telling y'all these word games. What? That's how they keep us in the dark by putting it right in our face. If you don't know, I didn't lie to you. And if you don't go looking, I didn't lie to you. So when it, oh, I just cut off. Okay, well, just say that then. Time for me to go, family. It's over. My iPad died and I'm not plugging it back up, and that's sad because let's see here. I should not have done that. That's crazy. The charger been in here the whole time. Patty, you heard me? We over there. I guess. And guess what, Amari? That's what I do. If my phone hang up and we talking, I most times just don't call back. I be like, oh, my phone hung up. I put it on the charger. That ain't a lie. That is not a lie. This happens more than y'all know. And I just let it be. I don't even try to fix it or nothing. I'll just be like, well, that just means it's time for me to get off. Uh-huh. Don't be worried about it. Mm-mm. Don't even call back. Sorry. So, yeah, it's a wrap. That live done. Yep, I would have to start a whole new one. Let me see. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Maybe they gonna let me back in. Yeah, no, my iPad died. I'm about to go, y'all. And the charger been sitting over there the whole time. I'm about to go. It died. It's time for me to go. I've been on here 3 hours almost, or over 3. It's time to go. I love y'all. I've been on here almost 200 minutes. 188. I'm about to go. I love y'all. Hopefully y'all got some stuff to look at. That Paul and Thecla should have put you on your tail if you go studying it now. The fact that Jesus shape shifted, then it was a whole raining down of the rain down, and we read a lot in such a short amount of time. But y'all got some stuff to research now, don't you? A lot. Now y'all about to be on that Caribbean thing. Just know it started here first. Thank you for telling us the Caribbeans and the Arabs. I just looked at one of my books. I think it's my history book. I think it's my Smithsonian history book, or either one of my giant books, and it was talking about them. Mm-hmm. So yeah, buddy. I hope y'all go study some stuff this evening, because y'all got some stuff to look at, some stuff to search up. Yep, it's all right. Well, y'all can go back and watch it on YouTube. It's there. Yep. Love y'all. Have a good night, everybody. Good night. Y'all, they not giving y'all no notifications. Yep. Just y'all gonna listen. If you don't get notifications, you need to subscribe to YouTube. Period. I'm just gonna tell y'all that's the only way you always gonna get a notification is if you subscribe to our YouTube. Because most people that follow me, I mean not follow, but come and watch on TikTok, they just subscribe to YouTube so they know when I'm, because I'm on. If I'm on TikTok, I'm on YouTube. It's the same. Trouble Circle 22, or just type in Circle 22. It's gonna come up. Yep. So if y'all be talking about y'all don't get no notifications, the easiest way to do that is to go to YouTube and subscribe, because whenever I'm on YouTube, I'm on here. Thank you. Wash my face. No, I'm just playing. No, but I did. I washed my face. Mm-hmm. Subscribe to YouTube. Yep. So I love y'all. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. For real this time. If it'll let me leave. Good night, y'all.